doesn't matter if we already qualified or not. Me and my teammates, we are fully motivated, prepared, and we're looking forward to the game Thursday.
Tunisia, and of course, Musa, until recently, you have struggled to hit your best form in the national team. We have seen you in the past two games, African Cup of Nations, that yes, you are at your best in the national team. What has been responsible for your form in the national team in the African Cup of Nations? And what is the discussion among you players going into tomorrow's crunch and ground against the Eagles of Tunisia?
Thank you very much for your question. Tomorrow, still we are not yet 100% sure qualified. Tonight, Guinea-Bissau, if they don't win against Nigeria, we are 100% sure for the second round. If Guinea-Bissau win, we are not yet qualified. Then we have another chance at 5 o'clock tomorrow. When Algeria don't win against Ivory Coast, we are also 100% sure qualified. And if everything happens against us, then we need to play a draw. We take this game serious. I don't think you play an AFCON or any national team match, even if it's friendly, not to win or not to get a good result. We are here to make the Gambian people proud. We are here to represent the country, and tomorrow we will fight as we did in the previous matches to get a good result. But we play against a very strong team, number 30 in the world. A team who played in Russia on the World Cup, a team who became second on the FIFA Arab Cup, who lost the final against Algeria a month ago. So it will be a tough opponent, but we have good players, and I'm sure everyone will be sharp to give good performance.
Thank you very much for the question. I think the preparation towards the AFCON was good. Normally, you don't have like 10 days. If you come to African Cup for like qualification games, you have like 10 days to have 3 games. You don't prepare good, but before the AFCON, I had a good training camp with the team, and from there I tried to develop myself more to get preparation for this AFCON, because as a player, everyone looking forward for this big tournament. So finally we are here. I try to help my nation to give everything, and actually I'm doing that. I'm very happy for myself and for the team. Thank you.
Yeah, coach.
Before the tournament, we never thought we could have 1 game or 1 points. We were never on this platform, and as I said, and as you said, we are the smallest team ever, lowest ranked team ever on AFCON. So many people around me say already that they are very satisfied after our first victory. Everyone said, if AFCON stops now, we are happy. As a coach, and I think sure my players also, now that we are so close to reach the second round, to be honest, it will be a very big disappointment if we don't get it. I would lie if I say it's not true. But before the tournament, we would not thought about it. But now, if the door is standing half open, we like to kick it totally open and to go to that second round. It's clear. So it will be a very big disappointment if now, in this moment of time, it will be a very big disappointment if we don't get it. Before the tournament, we never dreamt about it, but now it will be a big disappointment. Had a few weeks ago a problem. He is very easy allergic to certain things, and long ago he got a vaccination for something and he got reacted wrong on it, and he was long doubting to get a vaccine for COVID. He did it in December, and he was 3 weeks very sick. He plays in Sweden, or played in Sweden, so his season was done end November. So he was not training anymore since November. He was even not able to train for himself for a long period. He signed now in Levski Sofia in Bulgaria, but he didn't train with a club, with a team, and even individual for 3 weeks. He came into camp only here in Cameroon because he was not able to travel to Qatar, and so he has lack of training, and he didn't play a match for almost 1.5 to 2 months ago. He played his last match. So the result was that we wanted him to play, and he did brilliant, as you said. But after 70 minutes, it was finished. He had cramps, he had pain everywhere, and he could have maybe played further, but we didn't want to destroy the player. We need him further in the tournament, so we changed him out. And he recovered very well. He has no injury. It was only really fatigue management what was necessary. Do we have other problems? We had one player who tested positive before the Mali game on COVID. That was Ibrima Darbu from AS Roma. He tested yesterday negative, and all the staff and all players tested yesterday negative, though that's positive. We had one player, Steve Trouali, and sadly enough, because he's an important player in our team, he helped us to qualify, and he probably would have his chance against Tunisia, but he addressed that he was struggling from an ankle injury, and him and his club requested to leave the camp and to go do recovery in his club. And after discussion with the staff and medical team, we have agreed to release him. So he's not anymore into camp and he's not available for this match. What's sad, because he's a quality player and he was important for the group, even if he didn't play it. But for the rest, all 27 other players are fit and available at this moment of time.
For me, this question I've been asked, even in my club side, but for me the most important thing is to be on the pitch to play. So as this team here, we play as a team, we defend as a team, so I don't have a problem in any position. Even in midfield, strike, I'm ready to play for the nation. Thank you very much.
So much quality that he can be used on so many positions. He is a physically strong player, he has fantastic football intelligence, and he has the heart on the right place. He's a fighter, he loves his team and he works very hard. And he has speed, he has skills, so he can play on several positions, and depending on the opponent, he will probably will never play in the goal, but on all the other positions I could use him. So yeah, he's a quality player, but we have several of these players who can be multifunctional and on different positions.
My name is Bendy Amchunda from Cameroon Tunisia. Hi, Coach. We have two debutants this year at the AFCON Cup of Nations, one of them the Comoros and the other the Gambia. Yesterday we watched the Comoros show an exit door to the Black Stars of Ghana. I want to understand if it puts pressure on you or it's a motivation. You guys fall at the same level as debutants and first timers at the AFCON Cup of Nations. Is it a motivation to you as a coach?
Thank you. Comoros has 3 points, we have 4 points, so we are not under pressure by Comoros. But I have to say that the coach of Comoros is a friend of me, and he messaged me after our results to congratulate us. And I messaged him because his victory helped us. His victory helped us a little bit closer to be sure to be qualified if today the things go well, because we were first hoping that Cameroon would beat Cape Verde, but Cameroon was not helping us. We were hoping our neighbors Senegal would beat Malawi, but also our neighbors were not helping us, and then Comoros, the other debutants, who helped us. So today we hope for Nigeria. We are supporting them that they take at least 1 point, and then we are qualified. So we don't have pressure of other teams. We focus on ourselves. We are here to play our own games, and sometimes you get helped by a team, and sometimes you get not helped by a team, and that's football. And I wish every coach and every team success, except when they play against us. First of all, sometimes there are people who say, and not only in African football, in the world of football, if we expand a competition, the World Cup to 48, Africa Cup to 24, it will decrease the level because more smaller teams could compete. And I think it's shown also not now, only in 2019. Remember Madagascar and Burundi performing quite well at AFCON. If it would be bad for football, then Comoros would have 0 points and Gambia would have 0 points right now. But we are competitive, and the small countries, not only us, look at Equatorial Guinea, look to Zimbabwe yesterday, look to a lot of other countries, Malawi, who are getting results, Sierra Leone, against the big nations. And I think it's a sign that football is getting everywhere to a higher level. there are no small countries anymore in the world of football. Even the smaller nations in size have good federations who invest in football development, have qualified coaches, invest in structures, but also have players playing abroad. I mean, the team of Comoros has a lot of players playing in Europe, in Belgium, in Holland, in France, and that counts for my team, but it counts for Sierra Leone, for almost every team on this AFCON. And that's fantastic because, let's say 20 years ago, you knew already which countries would qualify for a tournament and which countries would reach the finals. And now it's a very competitive thing where Algeria, Ghana and other nations are struggling because the smaller nations getting more competitive. And it's not luck because it's a trend what's going on, and it shows that these federations are improving very much. And all respect for these presidents, for these excos who invest in football, and for these players and coaches who develop themselves. And it's good for African football. The surprises make football beautiful, and how more countries are competitive, how higher the level will grow in the future. So I think it's a very good sign. And having 24 teams would be bad if the small teams would be last in the group with 0 points. But it's a good sign then when the small teams are competitive. And maybe something to add, what I then as personally think is strange. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, there is a draw for AFCON 2023. And the 12 smallest nations of African football have to play pre-qualification. So they are not even sure to play qualification, and even if they win that pre-qualification, they come in a group where they are ranked as the smallest country. And guess who is in that pre-qualification? Gambia. Gambia is again, so even if we become African champion on the 6th of February, we have to play in March, pre-qualification to get in the 2023 AFCON. And maybe that's something to look at, because I think that many other smaller nations deserve to be in the qualification, don't have to play, because pre-qualification can be a lottery. We played pre-qualification for the World Cup against Angola. We were kicked out in 2019, but we are on AFCON, and Angola is not on AFCON. So it's a lottery to play one match against each other and be kicked out. So I think for promotion of African football, it's important that all the countries get as much as games on a high level, and the level will grow. And it's only a celebration for African football all over the continent, not only the major countries.
Question?
I wish that the coach of Gambia was a little bit more slim, but I had a plan to lose 15 kilo before the tournament, but I didn't succeed, so sorry for that. But my players look fit and slim, but I'm 100% sure that also the Tunisian players are top fit. It's a quality naturally to have physical strength, and you're right, they are powerful, they are physically strong players. And we will check tomorrow. There are two options. We compete with our physical strongest players against them, or we choose the opposite way and we go for speedy guys, fast guys, to make it difficult. And I know the answer, and tomorrow Tunisia will know that answer also. You mentioned beautiful statistics, but that's history. I mean, we did great against Algeria and we did great against Morocco. But if you dream too long, then you get also defeated. So tomorrow we play against a strong Tunisian, a very tough match, and inshallah we can go for 3 points. Sure, we start every game with the ambition to get the maximum points, but it would be very arrogant to say that we're going to go for 3 points against a team who probably going to play the Qatar World Cup, and who could be even become later this tournament African champion. So for me, we're going to do everything what's possible. Everything is possible in football, really. We saw it with Comoros, we saw it with a lot of other games the last days. So, but Tunisia is something a team to be respected. You need a little bit luck in football, small decisions, ball on the post. Imagine the free kicks of Musa and Abdullah Jallo on the post, on the crossbar, and later you concede a goal. Imagine you can't score. A little bit luck is needed. So we believe in our opportunities. We know what is needed to be qualified. We know also on which position we like to be qualified. and we will fight for that. But we will never not win on purpose. We always play for the best result. But tomorrow we will see how far we can go. But tomorrow again, Tunisia is a favorite. Why? 13 on the FIFA ranking, so many quality players, much more experience on high level. And Tunisia has to go for it. Tunisia has the fire, they give everything, they will die for it. So hopefully we can do the same.
I think you saying that the start of the team, I think this team will play as one team. There is no star in this team. Because as you can see in the qualifiers, I was there, but there are other players who gave more on the pitch than me. So I'm happy that in this AFCON I'm doing good. So we continue to be humble and we continue fighting with the spirit. So there is no star in this team. Everyone is one in this team. So thank you very much.
Dah ada ni.